Welcome guys to the Extra Mile, welcome to another episode. My name is Alex and I have great news. The wheel is finally in position and actually it sits now right exactly where I want it to be. I do have a photo there of a real E46, and if you compare the angle of the steering wheel, you should see that it's pretty much the same, as well as in relation to the seat. Obviously the seat can be moved backwards or forwards, so that is not final, but when I put it into the center position more or less, it's pretty much exactly what I see on the picture there as well. Or the angle of the steering wheel is the same. You can see when you look from the side that it's not perfectly straight, but it's a little bit angled. You will also see the hack job I did of mounting the pedals. That will have to be replaced at some point, but the good old zip ties did the job for the moment, although you can see this one is not actually in position correctly, but I mean it works for now. Just excuse that little look behind the scenes. But in general, the angle of the wheel is perfect, the relation to the seat is perfect, and when I sit in it, it actually feels pretty much perfect as well. Now my eye line goes directly from here. I'm holding the camera directly in front of my eyes now, so I will be able to see the dash. Before it was kind of like that, you know, so I was always a little bit too high and I couldn't see the dash. It was blocked. I will not be able to see the dash most of the time anyway, because I use it in VR, but that also meant that the position of the wheel was just a little bit too low. I was basically sitting just above my knees here. It was just not feeling right, but now it's perfect. It's perfectly centered. I moved it a little bit to the right, and yeah, I'm super happy. It's actually quite stable already as well, so I could do a little test drive right now, but I want to get some reinforcements done first. I'm currently toying with a few ideas. I'm really happy that I'm finally getting so close now. So one thing that I actually thought of is replacing the small little bracket here with this beefy thing. That's the current plan, and I think that should work quite well, not only to give it stability in that sense, but also in that sense, and that is what is missing right now. We can move it a little bit like that, in that direction. This is already pretty good because the pedals are part of the chassis, so to speak, so I do have quite a bit of stability in that sense. What I now need is this, and a little bit, just in general, a little bit less wobbliness. So I think replacing that should be really cool. I have 3 mounting points here. This is really sturdy, so it gives the base a lot more structure and rigidity in general. And I don't know if that will be already enough, but I think it will improve things quite a bit, and I will just see how that will work to replace this. And if that should be enough, which I actually think it might be, then I will mount the shifter to the chassis, and then I will test drive this and just see how it feels in VR, and if I just, you know, if anything sticks out to me positively or negatively, so I could change that before I put the dash on there and make everything final. So next video you will see here will be the test drive actually. I will just replace those on both sides. I think that should give me a lot more sturdiness in general, and if I feel that's enough, then I will do the test drive. If I feel we need a little bit more, then I still have a few more options to get a little bit more rigidity in there. The easiest thing that I usually would have done is just do 2 of those, so you have basically like a little table frame, just 4 legs, but I didn't want to do that because I would have to drill through the dash, and dash placement would have been a lot more tricky, and in general I want to keep the weight down as as low as I can for phase 2 of the whole thing. So that was the structure that I came up with, and so far I'm quite happy with it. I think this should be enough to get it to a place where I'm happy with it. Maybe that should do it. So that's the update. Another little thing that I'm really looking forward to is I think this is a pretty good placement for the Buttkickers, because all the weight of the thing is now sitting on those little legs, and I think that should make it easier to get the vibrations from the leg into the chassis, as opposed to them sitting on top without any pressure on them. So I don't know if that's wrong, but I think it should be a little bit better. It should be in general better to get the vibrations to the seat, because I have less layers. Before it was bolted to, these were bolted to the wooden base. That was basically just laid on top of the wooden base and secured with a few screws. But in general, I think the butt kicker should work a lot better, so I'm looking forward to try that as well. So, to recap, reinforce it with this. The wheel is already in position. I'm so happy. It took me like a week or something to get to this point, and I'm so happy that this is done. Check if the reinforcement is already enough. I think there's a good chance that it might be, and then do a test drive, and I will show that to you guys as well, of course. So this is it for now. Hope you like this little update, and I'll keep on working now.